There are two main methods of operations used by these organized criminal groups. The first one is the impersonation of repair and maintenance service contractors in order to gain access to apartment residences. These groups try to avoid conflict whenever possible. They will usually try to scout an apartment where the owners are known to be either out of town or are not going to be in the apartment for a weekend or such. Then they will present themselves in the apartment premises, sometimes using uniforms and IDs that belong to repair companies. They will then tell the security personnel that they are there to perform a certain task and that they be please let allowed into the building and the apartment. Now, since they try to avoid conflict, many of them will just go in, rob the place, and then leave. However, if there is somebody inside, they run the risk of being held at gunpoint until the robbery ends. Another method that criminals are using is monitoring and manipulating building employees and security personnel in order to gain access to apartment residences. There have been known to be large groups, sometimes even more than 10 people, that have different tasks assigned in order to scout apartment residences to rob. What they do is that they will monitor the activities of building employees, such as some which may be prone to heavy drinking, and they will actually befriend them or invite them out for a drink and then try to gain information on how owners operate and how they behave during weekends and such, so that they can get access to the apartments once the apartments are unoccupied. Also, sometimes these criminal groups may send female accomplices in order to gain the favor of security guards. This has worked very well in the past. What they do then is that they either get access to certain keys or certain equipment that allows them to get into the apartment at another point when the security guard is distracted. These groups will always try to get in when there is nobody in the house. So it is important then, when owners are leaving for a certain period of time, to make sure that they know exactly who is supposed to go in and out of their apartment during this time. There are many prevention methods in order for avoiding these type of criminal activities. The first of them is installing adequate security and surveillance systems and ensuring their proper maintenances. Many buildings in Panama are now old, and also many are new. The old ones tend to have either outdated security surveillance systems or no security surveillance system at all. This makes it very easy for these thieves to identify these locations and perform robberies. It is therefore important to communicate with all members in the apartment building and the administration in order to make sure that the surveillance systems and security cameras and such are working appropriately. This may be costly, but it's better than getting robbed, and it is a cost that is shared by all the members of the apartment and benefits them all as well. Another very important feature is